Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to qualifying for the third annual Battle of the SRA. You'll see that right here on the SRA Radio Network. I'm Dana Voiles. Welcome to Pocono Raceway. As we have the first car, or first truck on track, and that will be Sarah Littletown in the number 2. I'm going to throw a little note here. If you see a driver with a P next to their name, they represent Team PCSRA. If they have a T next to their name, they represent Team TMSRA. That is how you can compare these two compare the two leagues apart. Just look for the P and then look for the T. So there you go. Sarah Littletown running this number 2 truck. She is an ex-Monster Energy Series driver. She drove the number 44 back in 2016. So it's been a very long while since we've seen her race on this channel. And of course, her pit box, was right in front of the start-finish line, so this will be her first official time lap. We'll go over the drivers since this is a 50-minute practice, 50-minute qualifying session for Saturday's Battle of the SRA, which will be live here on the Blue Hedgehog TV. Which is right before the Monster Energy Series wraps up our Phoenix weekend. Already have drivers clocking their lap time, but that was because their pit stall was behind the start-finish line, so that means this will be officially their first official time lap. And Littletown's first time lap is a 58.721. Let's introduce our field. Maximilian Chilton, representing Team TMSRA. You can notice the T right there. Out of Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing. He's making his special event debut. Prudence Martindale, part of Team PCSRA. Driving for Nice Motorsports. Nathan Orman, my huggable friend. Representing Team TMSRA in the number 66. I don't know what team this is under. I'll have to look it up. Jesse Art, driving for Kyle Busch Motorsports in the number 4 Toyota. She is representing Team TMSRA. April Winters, representing Team PCSRA. April Winters is running this same truck in the Truck Series and in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series in 2023. And after Friday's race at Phoenix, she'll be flying back over here to Pocono to prepare for her race here on Saturday, driving the Love's Trouble Stops and Country Stores Ford F-Series out of Front Row Motorsports. Brenda Eveline. She's another driver that after this race weekend, she'll fly back to Phoenix. Get ready for the Monster Energy Series. She drives the number 88 Mountain Dew Chevy Camaro for Nathan Orman Motorsports. Lucien Bianchi. Haven't seen him since the Oreo Cup Series. I will get the Oreo Cup Series season started back up as soon as I get done recording one of the races I need to record for 2024. Lucien Bianchi driving the 50, unsponsored. Who cares? He's looking forward to that. He's representing Team TMSRA. There's his good friend Timo Mauser representing Team PCSRA. Just ahead of them is, I'm going to have to make sure to pronounce these names. That's Gabby Power. She's representing Team TMSRA, a driver I've never heard of before. Emily Green representing Team PCSRA, driving the 24 machine. in the DuPont 20 Years Chevy Silverado out of Hendrick Motorsports. Caitlin Bridges driving the number 63 machine. We'll see how she does. She's representing Team SRA. So is Zachary Taylor in the 52. Courtney Lynn in the 02. Bradley Ream in the 29 truck for Richard Childress Racing. Willie Amp in the number 80. One of Cody Smarts' drivers. Heather Galloway representing Team TMSRA. She's a GTSRA driver, is who she's representing. And Santiago, part of Daniel Voiles Racing, in which she will be joining that team in 2024. Jared Underhill in the 44 for Nice Motorsports, representing Team TMSRA. Daisy Bridges in the 36. Driving the Lucas Oil truck. This last time I've seen the 36 on this channel was when yours truly was raced his way in. I raced my way in at Michigan driving this truck, and I got a top 10 out as a result. Sean Art representing Team TMSRA. Who's that coming to pit road? Okay, that's Sandy Bridges. She's also a Team TMSRA driver. Sean Art is a Foster Series driver driving the number 99. Of course, he is leaving Buffalo Wild Wings and Trucks at the end of the season, along with his sister. They'll be in Foster Series forever. Azara Mirmoez representing Team PCSRA. Annie Crenshaw representing Team PCSRA as well. Annie Crenshaw just recently turned 18 years old. So she's getting a little warm-up before she gets ready to go racing at Martinsville. You'll see that race coming up in a few weeks' time after we get done with the West Coast races. Kyle Langland driving the number 7 truck for Team PCSRA. He raced his way into the Las Vegas race via the non-charter. Marcus Sellers, that's should be PCSRA, not, I don't know why I have the R on there. I apologize for that. I'll have that fixed before Saturday. But he's representing Team PCSRA, so I apologize to Marcus Sellers why I still have that damn R next to his name. Samantha Granger in the 15 truck. This is a DGR truck for this special event. This is the same ride she runs in the Truck Series for Smart Motorsports. Already won at Ricky this season. Zuzu Boyle, part of Team PCSRA for Daniel Voiles Racing. Strange to see that 26 on the truck without my name in it. Zuzu Boyle, looking forward to seeing how she does in her debut for the special event. So there you see Courtney Lynn. Kyle Langland back out on track. Agura Sato, which I need to ask Pedro if this is a guy or if this is a gal. I don't know. But Agura is representing Team TMSRA. Abigail Stone representing Team PCSRA. Abigail Stone running for GMS Racing in this ride. She's looking forward to that. Jay Green driving for the Rackley War team, the 25. He's running full-time in that truck, so we'll look forward to see how he does. There's Sam Vickers representing Team PCSRA, driving for Kyle Busch Motorsports, sponsored by Safelite Auto on his Toyota. Ellen Benson, who has been struggling trying to make races for Kevin Joseph Motorsports. She's in the 06. Quentin Moore driving for Norm Benning Motorsports as he's going by the 43. That's Mark Kristen. I've never heard of Mark Kristen before. Kyler Anderson representing Team TMSRA. And there's Tatiana Guerra, representing Team PCSRA. She will be replacing this is the ride Jesse Art is running in the Truck Series. And Jesse Art will be leaving that truck at the end of the season. Tatiana Guerra will be taking over that ride in the Truck Series for next season. She's got plenty of sponsorship with Jacob Companies on her Toyota Tundra. Out of Red Horse Racing. And she's looking pretty darn good so far. Lucy Granger running into 12 Alltel Ford out of Penske Racing. Lucy Granger will be making her AutoZone Amateur Series debut later this season, which I believe will be at Phoenix. Yeah, it will be at Phoenix, so we look forward to seeing her there. Makara Mirmoez running in the 58 machine for Cervantes Motorsports, the only Nissan Titan in the field. This is the truck that Mandy Evans is currently running in the Truck Series this year. Carlos Rodriguez in the 05 truck out of Athenian Motorsports. There's been some rumors about this team, about their future after next season. You'll see that when you see the 2024 stuff. There's Courtney Lynn. Let's make sure I didn't miss anybody. Here's one I need to bring up. This is a little bit of surprise. Cleopatra Gamal was originally entered on this in the 14, but she got suspended for one special event. You'll find out why when you see the truck race at Arizona next year. I'm not going to spoil what happened, but this is Dalton Jacobs making his special event debut. Now, we have seen Dalton Jacobs on this channel before. He is a driver in the AutoZone Amateur Series. Jacobs is driving, I think he's driving the 32 or something like that in the Amateur Series, and you will see him you will see him race next week because the AutoZone Amateur Series returns after their long hiatus. So we look forward to seeing how he does. There's Timo Mauser. I'm just scanning through the field and making sure I didn't forget somebody. Just doing my usual scan. Of course, Ann Santiago is a driver in the Truck Series for the 99. I want to point that out. Heather Galloway. Oh, here's one I forgot. That's Alexander Underwood. No relationship to Zach Underwood, one of Alex Hawkins' drivers. Driving for GMS Racing. There's Marcus Sellers. I'll make sure to put a P next to his name. Hi, Brian. And I believe we've gone through everybody, so that's good. Pretty good. We're coming up to 35 minutes left here in this qualifying session. We're under 36 minutes to go in this session. Right now, the fastest driver is Heather Galloway, representing Team SRA. And alongside will be Quentin Moore. That's as things stand. So I'll go over the distance. It'll be 60 laps. 150 miles. So it's going to be kind of like a dual race you see at Daytona. It is currently sunny. It is 96 degrees, which is weird. We're practicing in 96-degree weather. The sun's out, so the track is hot and slick. Highest PCSRA driver is Dalton Jacobs. This is as of right now. Zuzu Boyle and Kyle Langland round out the field as of now. Or we do not go to a backup. So here's your stats. This is a 2.5 mile tricky triangles, we like to call it. 14 degrees of banking in turn 1, which is based off of Trenton Speedway. Turn 2 is the tunnel turn based off of Indianapolis. And then turn 3 is the Milwaukee Mile, which is like 6 degrees of banking. 8 degrees of banking as they're down the Long Pond straightaway. And then the main straight is flat, which is 3,740 feet. Pit road speed 55 miles an hour. And as I said, we're going to do this for 60 laps and 150 miles. Which fuel mileage could come into play. And how far can they go on fuel? 40 laps. So they will have to make a pit stop at some stage in this race. And the grid, by the way, will be over here to the right. So Heather Galloway, still the fastest driver. We got Ford, Chevy, Toyota, which is the Ford truck of Jesse Art. Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, Toyota. So that's who completes the top 10. Sean Art, they're about to catch. Sean Art's 38th quick in this qualifying session. As qualifying is still going on. There's Kyler Anderson. Hi, Frank. How are you, my friend? I was going to get ready to ask a question. Of course, depending if anybody goes to the back in a backup car, then you will have to start at the rear of the field. Frank, now I have a question. I was going to ask you a question because I actually left it in your DM on Discord. In regards to this driver, the 75, which is Agura Sato, I don't know if it's a guy or if it's a gal. If it's a gal, at least you have the second female along with Tatiana Agura. If it's a guy, then I'll make sure to say it right, because I didn't want to derp, and you said, hey, wrong gender there, Boyles. Sato is 27th quick. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't derp. Okay. So Agura, as he is right with Abigail Stone, and that's Sam Vickers. Jesse Art currently in 5th. There's Tatiana Naguera coming to pit road. She is currently 11th quickest in this session. It was confirmed today speaking of Agura, that she will be running full-time in the K&N series for 2024. It was announced today. And she would be replacing Cleopatra Gamal, who will only run Daytona at Daytona only, since she already has a charter, as Tatiana is getting 4 tires. She's currently 11th quick in this session. Let's check up on some of your drivers. Mauser, 32nd quickest. Oh, yes, Agura Sato. That was confirmed today, so looking forward to seeing how he will do for 2024. Timo Mauser's 32nd quick. Let's see, who else is a part of your team? Chilton. Ooh, he's 31st. But then again, you know, these drivers are just getting a little prep, if you ask me. Here's a novel concept. The 10 and the 07 are next to each other from the same user. That's crazy. Okay, so we know where Chilton and Mauser are. We know where Tatiana is currently in this session. Let's see if we can find another driver. Oh, Bianchi, that's the other driver. And he's 7th quickest. So Lucien Bianchi having himself a good run. Driving a Beaver truck, which is a surprise. And he's beating all of these big teams right here. Well, I wouldn't say the 47 is a big team, even though the 47 team in real life sucks. But like I said, to be fair. So, good run for Lucien. Kyle Langland and Zuzu Boyle have their work cut out for them in the next couple of pretty soon. Of course, Samantha Granger off this weekend. Of course, Truck Series is off. If you've missed the first 3 races, I recommend you go check out the 2023 season because, like I said, they're off this week. So Samantha Granger can focus now on this special event here at Pocono. We won't see her until later this week. I would agree with you, mate. Now we've answered that question, so I didn't derp. And what's crazy is that Bianchi is out qualifying my entries. This is one of my entries for DVR in this special event. Of course, Ann Santiago has failed to qualify for the first 3 events this season. Oh, we've had a wreck. We've had a wreck somewhere. Because I saw skid marks coming in the tunnel, going into turn 1. Maybe we're going to investigate that as my roommate breathing down. I didn't see any skid. Yep, we had skid marks. Somebody has had a crash. As in Sean's term of time for me to wreck the field. Well, he wrecked it early. And who was the lucky... Was it Evelyn? Yep, it was Evelyn. Oh, they were 4 wide. That was a recipe for disaster. And looks like, who's that in the middle? It's a black truck. I can't tell the number from where I'm at. There's Evelyn in the wall. Oh, that's the 00. Look at the job Timo Mauser did to avoid this crash. Timo did a great job missing this crash. Looks like the 00 comes back, gets the 38. And that's Brenda Eveling from Team SRA, PCSRA representative April Winters. And the 00. That's Gabby Power representing Team SRA. That's not good because if those three go to a backup truck, they will have to start at the rear of the field for the main event on Saturday. Bet you Timo Mauser was saying, not again. There's Tatiana, still 11th quickest in this session. Still a pretty good run for the Jacob Company's Toyota. As I said earlier, this truck is driven by Jesse Art in the truck series. Remember, Jesse Art will be leaving that ride and go to the and will be in the Foster series. So that's why Tatiana will be taking over that ride next season. And yes, that truck does have a charter. So Tatiana Guerra pretty much lucked out so far. So we've had 3 trucks involved, the 00, the 38, and the 47, I believe. And this would definitely put Tatiana in the top 10 should the 47 go to a backup truck. I don't know if the 47 did go to a backup. I will have to double check to see if that is indeed the case. If not, they must have repaired it. Yeah, she's back out on the track. Yeah, you have... Actually, let me look, since you brought up that question. Let's see, you have Mauser, Chilton, Tatiana. That's 3 right there. Bianchi, that's 4. Sato, that's 5. You actually have 5 in this field. What a coincidence. He has 5. That's crazy. I think he's got more than me, but I'll confirm that. Let's see. How many DVR trucks? Out of curiosity. I got 1, 2. I only have 2 DVR trucks entered in this special event. So Frank has outscored me by 3. Yeah, you have 5. These are the 5 you have. Timo Mauser, Maximilian Chilton. Reason Timo Mauser's in here is because, like Tatiana Guerra, I did reserve Timo Mauser a ride, so you're welcome. That's how you have 5. So, because Mauser, Tatiana Guerra, I reserve. You got Maximilian Chilton, Lucien Bianchi, and Agura Sato. Which is, yeah, that's crazy. He's got more than me. Well, technically, I would say the 7 is a part of DVR, which technically I would say that's true, but it's okay. Even though Kyle Langland is a Foster Series driver, to be honest with you. Speaking of Oreo, I will resume Oreo sometime next week. Reason is I have to get space cleared up on this laptop. That's what's killing me, is space. So after I get done recording the 4th race, for Monster for 2024, because like I said, that's where I'm at as far as recording is concerned. Oh, Degrassi. I don't know if I signed him up. If I forgot Tucci Degrassi, I can take out one of my drivers and put him in his... But, I'll put, yeah, I forgot you signed up Tucci Degrassi. I may just put him in a separate ride, but the truck will have to go to the rear because, like I said, this would be done after qualifying, And since it was a driver change, that means whatever ride I stick him in, he'll have to go to the rear of the field for the main event. Which is okay because we know how much... yeah, I'll probably just stick him in a ride. Should mention Dalton Jacobs, since he was a late entry, since Cleopatra was going to be in this ride, I may have to send Dalton Jacobs to the rear for a driver change. I don't know. Yeah, I'll stick him in the one truck after this session. But like I said, DeGrazia would go to the rear because of a driver change, which took place after qualifying. But I wouldn't be feeling too bad if I was him in his shoes. Since, like I said, it's going to be 60 laps. Yes. So that means we already confirmed one truck that will have to go the rear of the field, which will be the one truck. I think that's let's see, where is the one trucks at? Just out of curiosity, 22nd. So that means everybody behind the one truck would move up a spot. And I did get confirmation that the 47 truck did go to a backup. So that means the 47 will have to go the rear of the field, along with the 38 and the 00, who also will have to go the rear of the field because they're in backup trucks. They just confirmed that to me. Of course, this special event, last 2 years I've done this on this channel ever since I got the right to do the special event back in 2021. The last 2 special events have been taking part at Auto Club. This is the first time we're having our Battle of the SRA at Pocono, as we're going to go 3 wide right here. So by my tally, that's 4 trucks that will have to go the rear of the field. DeGrazia, and of course DeGrazia will be part of Team PCSRA once I make the little fix. So yeah. So DeGrazia will be in the one truck. But like I said, he'll have to go the rear of the field because that is a driver change which took part after qualifying between now and then. And then the 3 drivers that are in backup cars. We're down to 17 minutes to go. This was a 50-minute session. I want to see if anybody improved their times before the session comes to an end. Bianchi is currently in 7th. As I just hit my phone. Sorry about that. Granger. Let's see. Yep, so Tatiana will start 10th. On Saturday. Of course, like I said, she will be in the top 10 once the 47 drops to the rear of the field. And of course, after qualifying, the officials will impound these trucks, which means there won't be any time for drivers to touch the vehicles, because this is an impound race. Once you qualify, you are not allowed to touch the truck. There's Lucy Granger. Lucy Granger was announced today that she is going to replace one of Cody's drivers, who's going to be, Stephanie Driscoll, who's going to be out for the season due to surgeries. That will be for next season. And she'll be driving this truck for next season. Annie Crenshaw. Bet you she's a nervous wreck for 2 reasons. Number 1, she's making her special event debut. Number 2, she just turned 18 years old. And number 3, she just got a playoff waiver, so that means her goal is to try to get a win, get herself in the top 30 in points for her win to count towards a spot into this season's chase for the championship. Right now, the 1, which, by the way, is Tootsie DeGrazzi. We just got confirmation he is in this truck. He's 23rd quick. So forget what I said. He had to go to the rear. I just forgot to change the name. I will change it after the session is over. I was just in a rush to try to get signups done because just to get everything situated. Of course, the next special event will not be taking part until like less than 3 months from now, which is going to be in May, which is the TMSRA Invitational, which will only be for the drivers in the Diva Series. And Tatiana fits that bill, so she'll be in her second special event in a row. Let me see where she is in points for Divas, Tatiana, now that we're discussing that. Tatiana goes into the next Diva race tied for 28th in the points. She's tied with Hannah Percy and Harley Percy. She's yet to score a top 5 and a top 10. And, of course, you'll see the Diva Series when I resume that. Their next race will be coming up. I'm not going to do any... I don't know when I forgot to put the third race up on the TMSRA channel, so I'll have to take those videos down and... either that or I'll probably need to redo the third. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm just going to leave the TMSRA races up on this channel because that way, you know, trying to upload it on 2 different channels is going to be really difficult. So I'm just going to upload it just on the PCSRA for the remainder of the season. Oh, we had another skid marks. Somebody spun again. Okay, let's use the pause button. Let's hope it's not any one of our drivers. Saw some smoke on the back straightaway. Don't know who it belonged to. And now we're about to find that answer out. And it belongs to the 1 truck I was just talking about. That's the Grazzi. I don't know. Possibly Steven. I don't know. Even though he's not supposed to go out by himself. It's like the 1 car just spun off the nose of the 21, but great save for the Grazzi. Yeah. Great save by the Grazzi. Although he will need tires, but hey, what a great save.
Who's outside, Jason?
Huh?
Who's outside?
Rodnick.
Oh, well, cigarette?
No, he's going after... He's trying to track down Steven, because Steven went by himself when he's not supposed to.
Oh, snap. Oh,
Heather.
Finally got caught.
At least he knew I was being truthful. But anyway,
yeah.
This is the driver who's the fastest. TMSRA won the inaugural event back in 2021. PCSRA won this event last year at Auto Club. Of course, the previous 2 races took part at Auto Club. This is the 3rd annual event, so yes. Plus, I'm going to throw a little twist for you all. For those of you, if you have drivers in this field right here, unless you already have a 2024, this will be for 2025 because, like I said, I'm already working on 2024 stuff. For the drivers that do not have a ride as of next season or for 2025, because I'm gonna wait until I start 2025 stuff like in 2025, because like I said, 2023 stuff was done last year. 2024 stuff is being done this year. And whoever wins this special event, as long as it's not a Foster Series driver or a Trucks, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Monster Energy Series driver as well. If it's a driver that is not in those 4 series I just documented, they will have a reserve ride, and the team owner will need to message me the truck or any series. And like I said, if I had to make a suggestion for you, it would be better off if you start like in the trucks, because as I said, you know, at the end of the season for 2024, we're going to have 10 drivers lose their charters after next season. So that's how it's going to work. As Prudence Martindale right now 31st quickest. 38 was originally supposed to start 17th, but she's going to the back in a backup car. 27th for the 00. Yeah, you already have you have Naguera, DeGrazzi, and Chilton. By the way, Chilton is driving the 72 in the truck series for 2024, and they did get a charter, which I don't know who they got a charter from, but at least they have a charter. And also that same rule will also apply in the Diva series, because right now, as I'm looking at this list, Chrissy House, Natalie Fisher, Liliana Batta, and Kelly Boston, neither of those 4, well, actually, House is in the K&N series. Kelly Boston, I know, does not have a ride anywhere, even though she's going to be part-time next year in trucks for DVR. Fisher's currently in the Amateur Series, which will become the K&N Series next year. So is Liliana Batta. Batta's had a tough start to the Amateur Series this year. And, of course, as I said, you will see her and you will see the other 35 other drivers over at Castle Gorge next week. That is when we will have coverage of the Castle Gorge weekend, followed by Auto Club for the Monster and Buffalo Wild Wings Series drivers, as Zuzu Boyle and Kyle Langland still round out the field in terms of this qualifying session. Right now, I know in the Diva Series, we got a lot of drivers who are currently either are in trucks, the ARCA Series, which is K&N, which is the Amateur Series, which will become the K&N Series next year. A Foster Series driver. Now, if a Foster Series driver wins, it won't count for the reserve. You know, they'll still get a reserve for Fosters, which is fine. And also, beginning next season, is that we are not going to have Foster Series drivers run in the Trucks, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Monster Energy Series immediately beginning next season. So, yeah. Dalton Jacobs right there as Heather Galloway, I know, does not have a ride for next season. And I'm sorry about my goofy roommate dancing in front of you like a complete baboon.
I am a monkey.
You're being a goofy monkey. Anyway, I know Heather, yes, they, Sato would be eligible, and same with Bianchi, yes. They would be eligible to be getting that reserve ride for 2025. Because like I said, I've already am recording 2024 stuff, getting it done in advance so I don't have to do it later. I know Heather Galloway is one of the drivers that does not have a ride anywhere, even though she's in SRA, which is owned by Cody Smart. And I want to correct Cody on one thing. Galloway is a Canadian driver, not an American driver, you darping grandpa. Oh, gosh. Oh, what's next? We're going to have the three friends doing the pre-race dancing ceremony. Oh, good Lord. And if you're wondering who the three friends I'm referring to, it's Elmer, Elmo, and Kermit. Which is Ormy's favorite friends, the three friends. Okay, are you trying to be on the dance team next year? Okay. TMI. I guess he took the van and took Steven to where he needed to go.
Yeah, but if I get caught. Oh, man, you have to pay me.
You know. Would pay too to see him dance. Oh boy.
Pink but pink.
No, I'd send you to the Thunder team.
Oh.
True talents. Oh boy.
I was like pizza on the table.
No. I don't know whose it is. Anyway, there's Ellen Benson. Benson, I know, does not have a charter for this season, but KJM will be going full-time in the Truck Series next season, as well as the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Of course, she drives the number 88 in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series for Robert Yates Racing. Annie Crenshaw now 11th quickest, but like I said, will be promoted to 10. Tatiana's down to 13th quick, but still an impressive qualifying. Good job for Bianchi. The only drivers I know that will not be exempt as far as the reserve ride for the next season I will do for trucks, which will be 2025, are drivers that are in the Truck Series, Buffalo Wild Wings Series, Monster, as well as Foster Series. So take Heather Galloway, for instance. Yes, she's one of those drivers who I just mentioned does not have a full-time ride anywhere other than GTSRA, so she would fit that bill. Q-Man, however, will not. Willie Amp, yes. Dalton Jacobs, no, because he has a amateur series ride. Jesse Art is Foster. Kyler Anderson would also be another driver that would fit that bill. Same for Sandy Bridges. Same for Bianchi. Brenda Eveling has a Monster Energy Series ride, so she's out of the conversation. Emily Green already has a Truck Series ride. Interestingly enough, she's driving... I don't know what ride she's running in the Truck Series for 2023. I know she's going to be in the 24 next year, which is currently rumors. As the 17 is definitely going to win the pole, as Heather Galloway had the quickest time today. I'll say real quickly, this telecast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association, and it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the account's description of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association. PCSRA, want to thank you fans for your support. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. That is it. Time is up. As we're waiting for the clock to run down. But that is going to do it for qualifying for the Battle of the SRA, the third annual Battle of the SRA, I should say. Heather Galloway makes it a TMSRA sweep of the front row in the first three positions. And only two drivers for Team PCSRA in the top 10, Jacobs and Green, Emily Green, that is. So this will be unofficially the grid, but the grid will be shown on Saturday. So, yeah. And, of course, the race will be right before the Monster Energy Series takes to Phoenix, excuse me. That will be a night race. That'll be an 8:30 Eastern Standard Time green flag, or whatever time it is in your area. Just look for the local time in your area. So Quentin Moore will be alongside of Heather Galloway. Row 2 will be Willie Amp, Dalton Jacobs. Row 3, Jesse Art, Kyler Anderson. Row 4, Sandy Bridges, Lucien Bianchi. And completing your top 10 with Brenda Eveling going to the rear will be Emily Green and Annie Crenshaw. So I'm going to bring the results closer to you all. So there is a look at the top 28. And there's a look at the rest of the results. Kyle Langland's got his work cut out from the 38th position when those four trucks I just mentioned will be going to the rear of the field. So it's up break for them. But that is going to do it from here at Pocono for qualifying, as it will be the Battle of the SRA, and it will be an emotional one. We'll discuss that when we get to Saturday. Thank you all for joining us for qualifying here for the Battle of the SRA, the third annual Battle of the SRA. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We've shown you your full finisher results for this session. We'll see you guys on Saturday for the main event. Up first, we have the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race at Phoenix on Friday. That'll be at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the United Rentals 200. Then we have the Battle of the SRA. That'll take part at noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern, followed by the Monster Energy Series race coming your way from Phoenix International Raceway. Before next week, we'll have AutoZone Amateur Series from Castle Gorge, Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series coming your way from Auto Club Speedway. Hope you will join us for that. But until next time, I've been Dean DeVille signing off. Thanks for watching another broadcast of PCSRA TV, the best in racing since 2017. We'll see you guys Saturday for the main event. Goodbye from Pocono Raceway.